Good morning, everybody. It's just a minute after the hour, so we'll just go ahead and get started. I know everybody's time is precious and few. Does everybody on the call know everybody? Rich, do you know Soren and Markel?
I don't. I've not met Markel, I don't think.
Okay, all right.
Hey,
Well,
Rich.
let's go around the horn. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves to each other and kind of give a little bit of a background?
Yeah, I can start. Good to meet you, Rich. I've seen you out there in the EXP world. But Markel Blunt, I'm from Boston originally, but I've been in Atlanta for about 8 years. I am of a background and a license in commercial real estate, which is the same license, obviously. But I was a commercial real estate broker in the past on the leasing side, done some financial advisory, and I really focus now on really brokering loans, right? So commercial loans, a lot of private credit, working with family offices, working with high net worth individuals, looking for anybody that's trying to acquire and or develop commercial real estate. We're looking to help them out. I'm also doing some work in the oil and gas space, both brokering fuel as well as sort of building a network of investors that want to invest in the oil and gas trade. So that's kind of a little bit of a jack of all trades, but that's what I do right now.
Soren, go ahead, take the floor.
Hey, my name is Soren. I'm a realtor with DXP Realty, but I also do commercial development. I actually do a lot of Starbucks, Dutch Bros, Chipotle's, mostly here in the Southeast. And that's where I come from, a commercial development background, and I still do a little bit of that. And I like to build houses every now and again, but I love real estate and I'm here to learn from everybody. I'm in Georgia.
You are building houses currently too, correct?
Yeah. I just finished one, and I started another one in Mulberry, and I'm working another one in the city of Winder. So yeah, I do that, and actually, my old contractor who used to give me all those Chipotles and Starbuckses sent me four new restaurants, two in Snellville, two in Marietta. So I was just I'm swamped right now, but I'm really excited because like it's pretty much automated. So I have like teams of people that just go out and do it. I just bid and make some money on the side, and I'm happy. So, yes, sir.
Mercedes, I see you've joined us. Can you share your screen and not share your screen, but open up your video and say hello and share with us a little bit about what you're doing down in Florida?
Yes, so sorry. Can you just give me 1 minute? I'm just getting off a call. 1 second here. It's just a
Sure.
crazy call. 1 second. Sorry.
Rich, you want to take the floor?
I guess I'm the only West Coast guy on this call. I got all these East Coasters here. Hey, Markel, I'm here in Los Angeles, actually Pasadena to be technically sound. But so I will a diehard Lakers fan, diehard Dodgers fan. Eric and I share a love of the UCLA Bruins. So I'm not going to hold it to you that you're from Boston. So we'll just leave that alone. But it is good to meet you guys. Thanks. As Eric knows, I'm an old schooler here, 40 plus years now in commercial real estate. In my past life, I was the COO of Sperry Commercial. The great James Wong and I were partners for 16 years. We built a company called BRC Advisors in Los Angeles. Prior to that, I started my career at Marcus & Millichap, where I was a multifamily broker. 6 years ago, when COVID hit, I decided I was done with the C-suite and went back to my first love, which is brokerage, and I'm still doing multifamily. That's the lane I stay in, and that's what I love to do.
I love it. I love that.
Jeff
I
Smith.
find, sorry to cut you off. Right? I was just gonna say, I find that like more and more just this focus, right? Like just really trying to break everything down, and everyone's trying to do so much, and that's cool and all that. But you find the success really where you get the focus, and it seems like like you said, you've done some other things, but you kind of went back to your first love.
Markel, the best thing that ever happened to me was I started my career at Marcus and Millichap. In fact, that's where Jim Wong and I met. And there is the same today. And there's a lot of really good things that we learned as a foundation for business. And one of the things was stay in your lane. Obviously, here in Los Angeles, it's a big market, so it's easy to stay in one particular asset class in one particular location. Now, fast forward, 35 plus years, technology is so much more advanced now. I'm actually not nationwide. I'm really looking. I have a lot of institutional investors that are looking to reallocate their capital out of California, just simply because it's just the most unlandlord friendly place in the nation. I mean, it's crazy, and all my investors are just getting so tired of it. And so they're just looking to reallocate capital across the country, including Georgia, Florida, and Texas is also a big market for my investors.
Awesome. Sorry, Eric. Thank you.
No, you're all good. Today we're going to be very casual. Jeff Smith, jump in, say hello, share with the group where you're at and what you're primarily interested in and what you're looking for. You're muted, Jeff.
Trying to get my doggone
I think he's also
pointer to get to it. Jeff Smith, I'm in Holly Springs, which is north of Atlanta, but Atlanta's the area, Metro Atlanta. I do office, retail, buying, selling, and leasing. That's my basket that I'm in, and that's what I do the best of. Have done warehousing also, but my main thing is retail and office. And be glad to work with anybody on who needs help finding a new location, downsizing, upsizing, whatever they're trying to do. So that's basically where I'm at right now.
Mercedes, if you can jump on and share the rose amongst all the thorns today. Are you able to take the call now?
Yes, sorry. I just hung up on them. Sorry, I'll call them back. Hi guys. 1 second here. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Okay. Yeah, so I right now am trying to upload and activate all my listings. I tend to always have an issue with this part of real estate, of the commercial side of real estate. So I was just on the phone with Crexy. But I focus on triple net retail, single tenant, office space, industrial. I pretty much cover type of real estate, all type of property types.
Where are you located?
What part of Florida are you in?
Right now I am in Bradenton, Florida. So I'm covering, but I really pretty much cover all throughout the East Coast from New Jersey. I'm licensed in New Jersey down to Florida. I've transacted in multiple states through referral basis as well.
Like everybody, just kind of chime in one at a time. What are you seeing in the market? Are you seeing more activity, less activity? Are you seeing concerns? Is your phone ringing? I like to hear from different people because we've got, from California to Florida and then just up here in Georgia. So share what you're seeing, what you're hearing. Anybody, somebody not hearing anything?
I'm hearing that, I don't know what's wrong with my camera, but I'm hearing that people are coming back to office strongly, getting more and more inquiries of people saying, we've tried working out of the office and that just doesn't cut it. And that's a good trend. It needs to happen, but it's nice to see that it is starting to pick up. I'm getting more and more inquiries on my office park. And I've had good inquiries on my big space down by the airport. In fact, we think we have somebody lined up. We're working through all the due diligence now to make sure they're financially able to handle a $20,000 a month lease payment for 7 to 10 years. So that's where we are there. But yeah, that's what I'm hearing is people are wanting to, for the social aspect and just getting more efficient in what they're doing, and is being in an office or a retail space or whatever. Obviously with retail, you pretty much need to if you're not just internet retail. So that's what I'm hearing right now out there.
Mercedes, you're also seeing and doing some office work. What are you hearing?
You're on mute.
The area that I'm in right now, there isn't much office space available. Bradenton is kind of a unique area as far as it's like kind of in between developing and I'm not sure, but basically we don't have much available space in the office or, type properties here. I just actually leased out to the state of Florida about 7,000 square feet in a building that I'm in right now. So I've been looking in the area, but there's really not much available space here. But I've been just very busy with what I'm doing that I haven't really been, up to date with what's happening nationally in office space. But I can tell you that where I'm at right now, there's really not much available.
Rich, what are you seeing in Los Angeles? I know your swim lane's multifamily, but also know that you have an idea of keep your pulse on everything just to be educated. Tell us about the vacancy rates you're seeing out in Los Angeles and in offices.
Well, I don't track the office market, Eric, but I can tell you that from the 30,000-foot view, there's a definitive pause in the marketplace right now. I mean, the excitement from the beginning of the year with rates were going to go down and all that has obviously paused. The geopolitical issues certainly have put a dent into interest rate and talking about not having any interest rate drops this year, which is really unfortunate. It's definitely put the brakes on, if you will, from the early year enthusiasm. So, I'd like to see us get this nonsense behind us, and so that we can move forward and getting the economy jump started and get those interest rates back down, because that's the lifeblood of what we do. And until we start to see definitively that rates are going to go down, investors are going to pause. They're just not out there the way they were. My phone actually was ringing off the hook the first part of the year. Rich, find me deals, find me deals, find me deals. And now they're like, I've shown them some deals, and they're just like I said, pause is the operative word right now. So just kind of looking forward to seeing rates go back down, but just a lot of headwinds right now. And of course, out here in Los Angeles, we have both a gubernatorial and a local Los Angeles mayoral race, which is pretty impactful, and it's gotten some nationwide interest. We had the fires a couple of years ago. Devastated the local economy, wiped out an entire city, and I was part of the Eaton fire. It's been a return and comeback, and it's been impactful, and it's LA is a major market, and I'd like to see things turn around a little bit more than what we've seen. It's been very slow. There's only been one home that's been rebuilt in Pacific Palisades. That's nuts. Not much better. One.
How many homes were devastated?
Oh, thousands. Oh, the whole city was wiped out. I mean, Pacific Palisades is a beautiful city. A lot of million-dollar plus homes. It's right along where Malibu is, and it's just beautiful part of Southern California, and it just got wiped out by the fires. So, in my area, I'm in Pasadena. We have the Eaton fire. This is the third worst fire in California history. I don't even want to go north of where my home is. I was very fortunate that my home was only slightly damaged, but man, there's some people who got wiped out there too. We're not the kind of cooperation that we need on a get the support to rebuild, and it's really frustrating because we've got to get through all this nonsense and just have people do it. And part of the problem with homelessness and housing situation in Southern California is the same kind of nonsense that we're dealing with. It should not take 2 years to get a permit to build put building, and that's how it's taking, and it's just crazy. And we got to stop and we got to figure it out. But that's why these both gubernatorial races are very, very important right. So those all take tomorrow is the primary. So we'll see what happens with that.
I just kind of like to stay here for a minute. It wasn't on my agenda, but I'm just very curious, and I apologize if others feel like this may be a waste of your time. But Rich, 2 years, Pacific Palisades. I mean, that's just across the five. Is it five that goes up between that and Westwood?
Well, it's west of the 405.
405. Yeah, then it goes over to what, 101 or Highway?
401, sure.
Okay. I mean, I'm going back 40 years in my memory.
Yep.
Is there any retail coming back? What's taking place? I mean, I can't imagine. I used to drive through that beautiful part of the country. It was so unique. It had its own style, its own charm, its own architect. It's all gone. Is any retail coming back? Is there shopping back? Or gas stations open? Or is it just like a bomb dropped and it still looks that way?
It's not pretty. It's just not pretty. It's not what, Eric, I had my office in downtown Los Angeles for years, and it's turning into a ghost town. It's the vacancy rates, I can tell you, in office there are much higher. They're much closer to that 20% vacancy factor. There's just a lot of issues. We have the worst homelessness crisis in the country. We're just not getting cooperation from local authorities to get Los Angeles back the way it used to be. And it's really sad to see because that spins everything. Retail's not coming back. It's the office is not the way it should. People are really taking a second look at it and saying, you know what? I don't need to be in downtown LA anymore. I don't need to be there. And it's really sad to see. It was such a vibrant downtown area, especially, when the Staples Center was open up and the Lakers moved downtown and we had all these great things happening to downtown LA. It was very, very vibrant. This is the two market in the country, and it is an impactful real estate market in terms of how things go across the country as well. So what happens in LA it's kind of important nationwide. It's very, very frustrating right now. I hope that we can get some people to look up and say, let's get common sense. Let's get this thing moving again. So I don't know. It's not pretty, but again, that's why these races are so impactful right now.
So individuals like Markel, myself, we talk to a lot of different people, investment institutional investment, private equity. Are you seeing, Rich, the vacancies possibly being renovated from office to multifamily, office to some type of living in any of the institutions that you deal with? Do they have an interest in that? Or the cost of renovation, the buildings just weren't designed for it, it can't be done? What's that conversation look
Yeah,
like?
part of it is office buildings are just designed to be converted into multifamily. It's a tough convert, and it doesn't really pencil out. You don't have tax benefits from the city. It's not going to make any sense for somebody to redevelop it. But the bigger problem is we have the largest exodus of population in the country right now. Los Angeles County has lost 300,000 residents. It's just, and the reason is people looking for alternatives. You've got remote workforces is out there. And what's the sense of commuting into an unsafe or any other part of Los Angeles when you can work from home or go to a safer area and invest outside the state? The state it's the ranked 50th out of 50 states for business friendly states. So the institutional money is looking outbound. That's my concentration too. Not yes, strictly multifamily for me, but there's a lot of institutional investment dollars looking outside of California now, and they're mostly looking at Texas and Florida.
So to the group, I saw an off-market property this morning. I thought I sent it to Rich. It's not in his inbox, so it's probably still sitting in my outbox. But as you hear him talk, here's someone who's seasoned. He's got the track record. He has institutional funding behind him who call him looking for opportunities. He's looking for multifamily. I love it when someone says, Rich, great at this. My swim lane's all I do. It's all I do, all I do. I feel like sometimes my swim lane is something comes across my desk and my swim lane is relationships and I hand it off. I do a lot of that. Markel, I know you fall into that. And for some people, that's a trap. And sometimes the guys that do that, we feel like, oh, geez, we're not as single-minded as possibly as we could be. I mean, Knuckle, I love him. New York City, exclusives only, and New York City. Selling buildings. It won't sell multifamily. He's got somebody that does it for him, but he won't do it. He won't sell hospitality, just buildings, New York City.
Well, can I just share just along those lines? Because I've had an eclectic career in what I do, and I don't regret it. I think there's times that I've learned that focus is to be niche down, and focus is good, but I also never want to be pigeonholed into just one thing when things can change. And so, as your market big enough and as your whatever you're selling or offering or providing service for broad enough, I like you said, okay, relationships are first for me. And so that means if there's something that has to do with industrial, then I can call Eric, right? Or land, then I can call Eric. If it's now multifamily, I know I can call Rich anywhere in the country. He's going to have people to put money into. So being that connector has always served me well. And then when it comes to, where I really tend to focus more on a commercial real estate is on the data center side. And so a lot of what I do is around power, right, land, and compute. And so data centers are such a conversation right now, mainly, obviously just because of AI and the growth and how much we need to, how much power in grid. But there's a lot of pushback now, right? There's a lot of pushback because these deals were being done, kind of in a back room. There was not a lot of transparency in some of these. And so you're seeing a lot of neighborhoods or communities pushing back because of obviously, water issues, spike in utility and water rates. And so, got to figure that part out. And, there's still going to be opportunities, but they're not closing. So the money's still chasing data centers. They're just not closing as fast. Not to mention it still takes 3, 4, 5 years to spin one up, out there. And I think recently Atlanta or Dallas and Atlanta have overtaken Virginia as kind of the data center capitals of the United States right now. And so just putting it out there as something to think about, because a lot of money's still chasing them, but there is some pushback. So projects are taking a little bit longer.
Needs. Let's just go around the horn. Something you're looking for. I've said it already. I try to push. If someone contacts me and says I've got multifamily, it's off market, I try to put it in front of Rich and see if it's there. I try to listen to the conversations I'm in to see if there's something I can connect to. I was in a conversation last week and somebody was looking at a data center site in Texas. They were talking about it and they said, by the way, we've also got access to equipment. I said, what type of equipment do you have access to? And they began to tell me. I said, hit the brake, tell me more. And that has taken its whole new life. because I come from a background of pushing product and equipment. So I connected some dots fast there. But I've got locally, I've got a great multifamily townhome site that's LDP doors ready to go up, and I've been trying to find a buyer. Haven't been able to find the right buyer, but someone could go pull their permit tomorrow and start building. Something I like to find a buyer for, an investor for locally. I have not been able to do that yet, but Mercedes or Jeff, Rich, what's a particular need? Floor is open.
I currently don't have a need. I'm quite busy with my listings right now. I'm trying to focus on that, but I like to hear other people's needs. Rich, it sounds over there, in LA, that sounds pretty hectic and stressful to deal with. Over here, like I said, in Bradenton, Florida, where I'm at right now, which is right by Sarasota, there seems to be opportunity. This is like an area where it's like, it hasn't fully developed yet, but there's still pockets of opportunity. This is like a town where they call it like, on the way to the beach, like, that developed by accident, but it's an ideal location. And this area is, like I said, it's right by Sarasota, Tampa. So there's always multifamily hotel opportunities in the state of Florida. So I'd like to hear what, if anyone's interested in Florida and see how I can help them.
Well, I would love to see anything you've got multifamily, 100 units or more. So Eric, you're a little bit too small for my investors, but if you've got 100 units or more in Florida, anywhere in Florida, I've got investors that are looking to reallocate. There's still a gap right now between the buyers want to buy at and where sellers are willing to sell at, because syndicators overpaid and interest rates were much lower, and they're using some hard money now to buy some time. But if it pencils out, there's money to be had. I've got they're California-based investors. By the way, I don't know if you guys know this, but just in multifamily, if you take the cities of Dallas, Phoenix, and Las Vegas, 35% of the owners of multifamily buildings in those three cities are all California-based. That's how massive California investors are spread out. And I don't even know what the number is overall in Texas and Florida, but those are really the hot spots now for California investors. So I'd love to see anything you've got, 100 units or more, anywhere in Florida.
And only multifamily, no like hospitality.
Yeah, no, I mean that's just where more my investors are. They're strictly multifamily guys. So that's just what I deal with.
Okay.
Hey, Eric?
Hey, Daniel, how are you?
Good, yeah. May I speak something?
Please. I said hello to you when you first came on, but I didn't hear a reply, so I thought maybe you were busy doing something else.
No. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't hear you call me. Yeah, I was waiting for you to call me, because I was hoping that I get a chance to talk. Anyway, thank you so much.
First came on, I did, and so I saw that you were muted. So I just
okay. Thank you. Yeah, I think okay,
Daniel,
thank you.
tell us what you're looking for right now. Anything on your radar screen, and share with people what you do and how you work with delegations that are coming over from Asia.
Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you, Eric. Yeah, I think some people may know me, some people may not know me. If it's okay. Yeah, let me briefly introduce myself a little bit. Yeah, I know Eric so much. She's such a kind person. Gave me referral for my CCIM, and then really thank you so much. Yeah, we have been knowing each other so much, and then work together. Hopefully, we have more collaboration. Basically, I got my PhD from Duke University, and then also I'm currently I'm a CCIM member. Also, I the chairman of the NCCBA, which is the chamber of North Carolina, the Chinese Chamber of North Carolina. With this, I collaborate with so many chamber in China, like they kept sending me a lot of the manufacturer company to United States, and also we work together with the EDPNC and also the U.S. consulate in Shanghai, U.S. consulate in Guangzhou, several U.S. consulate in China. We work host the EDP events, and this year we are going to host 2 events. Last year one, and next year, the Beijing embassy is going to co-host 1 event with us together. So this kind of they kept us a lot of manufacturer over here. And then, yeah, here, I went to China and signed some MOU to collaborate with some chamber. With right now, that chamber owns has more than 60,000 companies under them. So we will keep working with these kind of companies, and then. So the president of that chamber, owns 69 industrial park in China, and then she tried to reproduce in the future in United States. So just like some of the company that we brought into United States, that like Golden Home, this is the largest customized cabinet manufacturer, and then now they are going to set up an industrial park in Concord. That's close to Charlotte. Right now they invite me to manage this project. So I'm trying to help them find some builder to JV with them, building the industrial park, and then I can help them to recruit the company manufacturer in this park, and then also that's the reason, sorry, just now I saw you are a commercial builder. I think, maybe we can exchange information in the future. Let's see, maybe you can look into this project, see if something that you are interested. The topic just now, Eric just mentioned about the office. Right now, actually, in Raleigh, the activity become more and more. Right now, I have listed one property. It's 65,000 square feet. I think I may present it in Rich. Thank you, Rich, allowing me to present this in your in your sessions. Right now we are under contract. Getting a little bit lower than we expected, but at least after 2 years of the listing, we finally under contract, and then I believe we should be able to close this month. And then besides that, for the multifamily project, right now I have 2 listings. One is in Winston-Salem, that's about 59 something, about 60 acres. Rich, I may send this to you again. Maybe I can present again tomorrow. Right now it is already approved for, I think, 357 multifamily units plus 79 townhome units. It's about 5 miles away from the Winston-Salem downtown. So, I think because it's already approved, so I believe this should be a very good project. Anyone interested, we can talk more about that. And besides that, another listing, especially, the listing price is so attractive with more than 400 units, the asking price of less than 3 million, So, I think, just let me know if you are interested. Another property, is in Apex. I think everyone knows that Apex in Raleigh area is so popular right now. It's so hot. And then, it is 194 acres of the land. Right now, we are asking about 10 million. It's about, it's so close to Disney is going to build 2,800 homes in as a community. That's about 10 miles away from this land. So a lot of activity on my end, and then I look forward to working with everybody. And thank you, Eric, for allowing me to join your session. Thank you. I hope to join more in the future.
We need to follow up on several things, a couple new things that I haven't shared with you.
Okay. Thank you.
Maybe have a developer for you for your industrial park. We need to talk about that, and we can follow up offline. The large piece of tract of property, 190 some acres, I assume that's over there near where they're going to be building the Anastasia. Are you looking for multifamily developer? What are you looking for that property?
For this property, I already sent to Rich, and then I'm going to present tomorrow. Thank you. Rich. Basically, previously we it is in a very, very location of the RTP, Research Triangle Park. But because it is so close to Jordan Lake, so, kind of in protection area, like, the city may not allow for those kind of high density. But, previously we have got the city approved for 40 lots of the luxury home with using 186 acres. And then there will be another 8 acres to be commercial. So, that's one potential. But since so close to Jordan Lake, but we are not in the protection area. So another potential is that as Eric, I'm working with a Chinese company who is doing this kind of wastewater treatment for equipment, right? Because right now city this belongs to Pittsburgh city, and right now they have 7,000 acres of Chatham Park. It's developing. So right now they are putting all of their money into that project, including the Disney community. They are not going to extend this kind of sewer over to our property. So in such a case, if we are able to use this kind of wastewater treatment for equipment, we may make it as a high density community, because KB sent me to build more than 1,000 property units in this land. So there are a lot of potential over here. So we will see. And by the way, for my wastewater treatment equipment, it's a Chinese company. They are using this kind of container size of the equipment, which will be able to treat 30 to 40 houses. So it will be, instead of building this kind of septic tank, just by using one container size of equipment, it will be able to treat about 30 to 40, houses of the sewer line. So this will be attractive in the future. So basically, anyway, there are a lot of potential on this land that we can talk offline about this project. Thank you.
By the way, Daniel does not bring any energy to his conversations. None. I mean, you better put on your track shoes. No, it's great to have you connect. You always come here on these calls and connect with us. Soren, you've been quiet. What might you have? Because you're diversifying, you're growing, you're getting busy. What are some questions you might have for the group that we might be able to assist you with? You got a problem right now you're looking at? Maybe you want some guidance?
I appreciate Eric allow me to join your team, and then hope in the future really want to collaborate with. The first thing, as you just mentioned, you already know I need some builder to JV with this industrial park, right? That's the first thing. And then the second thing is that right now I do have a lot of investors looking for those kind of triple net deals, capital market deals. But really, I'm kind of nervous because just as we already know, if the tenant move out, and then in future, how can we refill this kind of good tenant? Because as I just said, the office building I have my client purchase it 6 years ago. At that time, we purchased as 8 acres. And then he got a 2.9% of the interest rate loan. So that's a very good deal, because the tenant is a public listed company. They kept paying rent. The lease will end by the end of this year. But due to the office, as we all know, so he sold less than what he paid for. So I'm kind of nervous that for my client, how can we find a property that in the future at least not losing money? So that's something I want to work with some capital market guys that we can work together on this kind of deals if we are able to collaborate. And then in the future, actually, if we are able to get this kind of a deal in the routine, we can help this kind of clients eventually set up some funds together to help these kind of clients together. So really, from these two perspectives, thank you, Eric.
You're welcome. Soren, a question for you. You got a lot of diversity going on. You're building some buildings, you're building some houses, you're building some commercial. What might you want to ask the group today, Soren, where we might be able to help you troubleshoot something you're working on? You still with it?
Yeah. So one of my challenges, I actually have a lot of investors, but they're looking into multifamily, but smaller. So I'm with a developer who's looking to get a little bit of help. So one developer is looking to develop multifamily, but he can't quite do it with his own money. So he's looking for some capital, very accredited, been in business for 20 plus years, things like that. Just I need some resources if y'all know somebody. And then I also have a couple investors who have money, but they're looking to buy like 10, 15, 20 units, anything in the Southeast. It doesn't have to be in Georgia. So they're with like anyone in Southeast, not Columbus, please. So Dallas, Georgia. But I'm actually excited about what Daniel said. So one of the biggest issues I deal with on the residential development is water and finding good soil for the septic systems. So I'm excited to see what you guys come up with. I definitely That's exciting to see, like, one water's like a small scale water treatment facility that allows you to build on that's not suitable. And he's talking about 10, 14 homes on one sewer. That's subdivision. So you use a lot of problem lands that cannot support septic and the sewer's too far. So that's exciting. I'm excited to see what you guys come up with. And I mean, there's a huge market for that in the development. But yeah, those two problems, Eric, the funding for the developer, and then for some family, anything really that's we can come up positive after investing is good. That's
Markel, you
really.
may have a lead or two on the investment side. Maybe you guys, have you all exchanged contact information before?
I think I have. I mean, I think we follow each other on social media. I'm not sure if I have his cell phone number. I gotta check.
Yeah, well, Markel's hard to keep up on
Make a
social
note.
media. All these new poses and these new suits. The CEO, the
Yeah,
new
man, I'm a simple guy, man.
the
I'm
new
a
G.
Polo
Markel's
man.
the new GQ of Atlanta. All you got to do is track him. Yeah.
Not today, not today. We're just wearing the t-shirt today. This is
Uh,
Hey,
have you
Eric,
all,
may I ask
Markel? Do you
Soren?
have? Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to ask Soren a question on his developers for multifamily looking for some in debt. Are these developers developing larger multifamily, or is it still smaller multifamily developments?
20, 30, 40 units, like individual ones. They're not really doing hundreds of units at the time, and that's because he would like to, but he doesn't have the capital. So, he's using his own capital to invest. He's trying to push him for more, but he's like, okay, if I had more capital, I'd be able to stretch. But just he's not comfortable. He likes to play it safe. But if he had more capital, he'd stretch a little bit more and build bigger developments. Just he's doing us at the pace that his capital allows him to. So
Soren, can you put your email contact in there? I want to reach
yeah,
out to you and explore it a
yeah,
little bit further offline if I could, because I've
yeah,
got some
yeah,
questions for
absolutely.
you.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Soren, I got a follow up for you too. We'll have a
Okay,
conversation for your capital requirement.
okay.
Any other comments or thoughts for the day? Anything somebody would like to share today? I wanted just to go around the horn. These calls are always try to keep them a little different, have different presenters, different topics, different conversations from AI, but sometimes it's just general conversation like today. And this is how relationships are formed. This is where trust is found, and this is where problems can be answered together, and maybe an opportunity develops. So, I appreciate you all being here. Something I'll share with the group, Tommy Bracci and I, we've put together BNC World Partners. We've made some relationships over the last year and a half that weren't relationships we were looking necessarily to make. They just kind of happened. And then we've came together, and we're working in a family office space. We're working at high net worth volume individuals, but we've got direct line of access to multiple commodities. We've got people who are selling gold mines, and we're listing the gold mines. We're not listing them, but we're taking them to the private off market. We have a buyer buying some gold. That transaction will take place in Dubai. We've gotten involved and have direct line of access with some other commodities. So something unique and different. It's just kind of happened. But if you know any of your investors or individuals like to have an offline conversation, feel free to call me. I'll tell you more about where that's headed and what's taking place there. It's definitely grabbed my attention. It wasn't a door that I purposefully knocked on. It kind of knocked on our door, and we opened it. But it complements some of the things that we're doing in commercial real estate as well. So several follow-ups. Daniel, I'll follow up with you. Soren, follow up with you. Markel, it's great to see your friendly face on the call today, brother. Always good to see you. I've missed you at the last CCC event. We got a big one coming up the 26th and 27th with the jet plane, so that's going to be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Anybody, any closing comments? Jeff, anyone else?
Thank you.
Hey, Eric, we just had a great CCC event this past Friday in Orange County. It was a pickleball event.
Oh, wow.
And it's a facility that's the largest pickleball facility in the Western United States. It's huge. I couldn't believe it. There's probably like 50 or 60 pickleball courts. They were packed the whole night. It was a great networking event. But CCC, great organization. Really thankful to you and Jim and Tom for introducing me to them because it's a great organization. Really glad to be a part of it.
Yeah, no, anytime you can go to one of those events, it's really beneficial. Mercedes, they have a chapter in Miami and Tampa, contractors, closers, and connections. Also in Jacksonville, very beneficial to go. I made a great relationship, began a new relationship in the last CCC event here in Atlanta. I'm looking forward to where that goes. So pickleball, I've never played.
Me neither.
So it's a CCIM, correct?
Contractors, closers, and connections.
Okay.
No, you don't need a CCIM to attend. Anybody can attend.
Yeah, it's a real networking group. They're in about 22 markets now. So yeah, it's not a CCIM.
We're talking about two different things. Two different things.
Yes.
Contractors, closers, and connections. CCC is a real estate organization, and in that organization, you'll see people from architect to developers to brokers to capital market individuals. Anybody that's participating in commercial real estate, hospitality, and they have chapters from Beverly Hills to Boston to Miami, Dallas. CCC, contractors, closers, and connections. The founders, Christopher, goes by Chris Meyer, Maier. He's with his wife, Sherilyn, right now in Italy. The other organization that was mentioned by way of Daniel is the CCIM, Certified Commercial Investment Member. That is a designation that you get in real estate. It teaches to better understand the dynamics of real estate, from location, site analysis, governance, capital markets, financing, end users, focus, and all the above. Anybody like to talk about CCIM further? Daniel and I can definitely direct you in the right direction and hopefully give you a few good answers. So for our call today, did that answer your question, Mercedes?
Yes. I found the contractors, closers, and connections. There's a closer one in Tampa.
Fantastic. It's fantastic.
Eric, I just wanted to say that I'm excited. I'm seeing a lot of because I'm involved in commercial and residential. I'm seeing a lot. So residential is a little bit of a halt on the luxury end, but I'm surprised by how much commercial, and we do work on military bases and like hotels and everything like that. I'm surprised. Everybody's looking for labor. There's a lot of movement, a lot of construction, a lot of new buildings coming up. So I'm excited. To me, that's exciting. You know, Georgia's is to me that's exciting because I felt like there was a halt through the spring. Last year was really slow. So I'm excited about the development side. That we're gonna see a lot of movement coming up. So even with everything going on, I think some people are accepting the new rates. And even with the political stuff, people are just kind of like, all right, enough is enough. So I'm excited. I'm seeing a lot of stuff on the back end. There's getting multiple bids, invitations to bid and stuff like that, multiple things, just and people looking for workers, people looking to develop new crews and stuff like that. So I'm excited. I think we're going in a positive direction. I know it's situational and like in different locations, but I'm excited. I think we're in a positive way. I'm excited.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, listen, everybody have a great Monday. Feel free to reach out to me. Several of you be getting a follow-up. Call me anytime. It's a pleasure to see you. Talk to you soon. Okay.